Congratulations to President Donald Trump, the 47th president of the United States. I listened to his inaugural speech, and it was crazy. First 24 hours of Mr. Trump in office, plenty of executive orders. I'm just going to touch on a few of them, and then I try to compress the speech so that we can, go through it bit by bit. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take it down. So yeah, some of the drill baby drill. I just looked on my note and I saw drill baby drill, which is like, I'm pretty sure that's going to trend. Anyways, back to the executive orders. So Mr. Trump had like several executive orders, but the one that caught a lot of Nigerians would be the executive order that, stops citizenship by birth. Now, at the moment, the court has intervened, and there's a hold to that. Trump is very confident that the court would let it run. I don't think it would, because if you look at the 14th Amendment of the United States, it clearly states how you can be a citizen of the country, and one of those ways would be by birth. The other is, stay there for a certain period of time, and so on. For those who are not aware of what the 14th Amendment is, it came up in the 1860s, 1870s, thereabout, if I'm not mistaken. It was basically after slavery came to an end, and it was a way of ensuring the freedom and the citizenship of all of the slaves that were freed. Yay! Anyways, I have my own personal conspiracy theory about that. I feel that that particular part of the 14th Amendment was basically to keep the slaves from leaving, and to ensure that, the workforce of America continues to grow and the population remains strong, which is very important for any country, the workforce. And I think that is one of the things that the 14th Amendment does. Yeah. Because, think about it. The slaves, after all, could have left, but then, you are now American citizens, you have your freedom, and it was a very nice thing to do. Nobody would want to turn that down. But if you look beyond that, then you would realize another purpose which it was serving, and that would be to, help grow the American workforce. Because, face it, how many, sorry about that. Slight distraction, my pet. How many, goodness me. So think about it. The workforce needs to grow. And I think that's what the 14th Amendment was for. Anyways, so that aside, the people who are most pissed about this would be Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians are pissed. Many other Africans also travel to the U.S. to have their kids. But for Nigerians, we always say it's poor health care facility. That's the reason why we're traveling abroad. But that's not true. We have great hospitals here in the country. We have great health care in the country. Not public health care, not too good, but private. And if you can afford to fly to the U.S., that means you can afford private health care here in the country. And we have fantastic ones. So the real deal is many people will go to the U.S. to give birth to their kids. It's not because of the healthcare system. It's largely because they want their kids to become American citizens. That's just it. And I don't think there's anything wrong if Trump feels like that's not a way to be a citizen of America. There should be other ways. Note, he's not saying you can't be American citizens. He's just saying you can't be American citizens by birth, which I think makes sense to some degree. Here in Nigeria, you can't be a citizen of where you were born. You are basically a citizen of where your parents are from. Right? That's it. If you want to be a citizen of Nigeria, there are provisions of what you need to do, but it's not by birth. You could be born here, but by law, it doesn't make you a citizen of this place, because that's not how it works. Anyways, let's hear what Trump said during his inaugural speech, because he touched on a lot of things. I just talked about one of them. Let's hear the other ones now. The 47th president of the United States, President Donald Trump.
The golden age of America begins right now. A recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. But I felt then and believe even more so now that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense.
I like that. I like how he says that, because a lot of people make Trump out as a very bad person, and they try so hard to make, especially black folks, look at Africans, right? Look at Trump as a racist. I don't think he's any of those things. Like, I think it's all media propaganda. If you ask me, I think it's all political wash. I don't think he is what they say he is. Look at the policies and look at what he's doing. This is a man who puts his country first. Have you seen what's happening in Poland with regards to immigrants? They're very strict. Mr. Trump did not say that immigrants can't come to the U.S. He simply says you can't come into the U.S. illegally. But guess what? Most of the times, mainstream media talk about this. They remove the illegal. They do not mention illegal. Oh, they say it's against immigrants. That's what they say. They do not say illegal. He says illegal. If you come in illegal, we'd have to deal with you. And that's exactly what's happening in Poland. And kudos to them, man. They're doing a great job. All right, let's get on with the speech.
First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. Today,
Exactly.
I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. Next.
I heard that and I knew it's going to trend. Drill, baby, drill.
Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens.
And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, here in Nigeria, we've been screaming, produce locally, produce locally. We have all these companies, import their stuff here and make money off of us, and we don't get that much employment. Our people do not really get, the opportunity that they should get in those firms. And here are people hating on the president who is saying, hey, I'm not against you wanting to produce or sell something in the U.S. If you're going to sell something, come produce it here. Bring those factories, build them here, and start the work production here. Employ our people, and then that's good. If not, I'm going to put a huge amount of tariff on your products. And then that's fair. What do you think? So I wonder why people paint him out to look like the bad guy. I mean, this is just common sense.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
I love this part of it as well. Free speech, so great. He signed the executive order bill 24 hours after he got into office. It was amongst the first bills, executive orders he signed. And the free speech thing is so interesting because America is known to be a place where in the anthem, it says land of the free and brave. But then if you say certain things about a certain group of activities of a certain group of people, you are seen as a bad person. You are immediately seen as, hurting other people. So this is how I see it. If people have a right, to say what they want to say how they want to be addressed, say what they want to be and identify with whatever and whoever and however they want to be identified as, and it's their right and their freedom to say or do that, how come it is not my freedom to react or respond accordingly? How come I can't say what I'm comfortable and not comfortable with? Because you can't tell me it's freedom of speech, but then you are forcing me to accept another person's opinion and live by what they want when I also have my rights and I'm supposed to be free enough to say what I want to say as well. I mean, isn't it common sense? I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. Never
again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about.
He's saying this, and you have Biden and Kamala Harris just sitting behind him. Trump is so savage. Oh, my goodness. Like, he was saying this with Biden sitting there.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Facts. And I think that's a big one because it's what it is. Naturally, male and female. There's no other gender. I saw videos on TikTok where people go to other countries and then ask them, how many genders do you have? And the people look at them confused, like, are we supposed to have more than two genders? Like, that's, like, we just have male and female everywhere. The bathrooms, male and female. But then you go to America and it's crazy. It's all mixed up. You're confused. What's going on here? Like, so yeah. I'm pretty sure this is going to get a lot of people rattled.
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
And I like how he said that. I mean, the truth is the American people spoke. I don't know what else anybody expects, man. But for those of us who are watching from anywhere in the world, you've been watching, if you're a Nigerian, don't you love the fact that from day one, this brother went straight to work and all of the promises he made, you see that he's trying to get them done without first, changing the utensils of the White House. I mean, if it was Nigerian, the Aso Rock would be talking of a budget for utensils, for new cooking stuff. We'll be talking of new cars, fleet cars. We have to change this. We have to, redecorate the vice president's office. We have to build a new house for the vice president, and we have to remodel the. We just spend money on these things. The guy even had to. I think he created a special office to cutting costs. Yeah, he did. I mean, why then does anybody think that this man is evil? I'm still trying to understand it. Tell me what you think. I'm a Nigerian, just putting out my thoughts on what I think about Trump as the 47th president of the United States and what he's done in his first 24 hours. That's my reaction to the executive bills that he signed, at least the ones that I feel will concern Nigerians and some others around the world. So yes, I think for the purposes of this video, it's safe to say, God bless America, and thank you for watching.